Hello students, I am Dr. Vasantha. Today's session is about women entrepreneurship development. Before we proceed, let us know about the status of women in our country. In India, women constitute half of the world population, but their representation in gainful employment is very low. At present, there is a great awakening among women. Educating women is necessary in strengthening their personality. It is rightly said, to awaken people, it is the women who must be awakened. Once she is on the move, the family moves, the village moves, and the nation moves. Dear students, this is the time that countries should create a suitable support system for encouraging more entrepreneurship amongst women. At the end of this chapter, you will be clear about the concept and the different types of women entrepreneurs, obstacles being faced by middle class women entrepreneurs in India, entrepreneurial growth after independence, recommendations and suggestions for the development of women entrepreneurship. Now I have a question for you. How many of you are interested to become an entrepreneur? Good. Can you tell the definition for a woman entrepreneur? Woman entrepreneur is a person who would like to face risks because of adventures spirit she possesses. As per the notes of Government of India, an enterprise owned and controlled by a woman having a minimum financial interest of 51% of capital and giving at least 51% of the employment generated by the enterprise to women. Students, next let us see the different types of women entrepreneurs in India. Do you know that in India, there are 5 types of women entrepreneurs. They are affluent entrepreneurs, pull factors, push factors, self-employed entrepreneurs, and rural entrepreneurs. First, we will see about affluent entrepreneurs. Affluent entrepreneurs are those women hailing from rich business families and select their trade in film distribution, beauty parlor, interior decoration, etc., and carry out their work with the help of their family members. Second type of women entrepreneurs is called pull factors. How many of you are aware about this type of entrepreneurs? This type of entrepreneurs are educated women in cities take up entrepreneurship as a challenge to economically independent. They usually take low risk enterprises like establishing schools, catering centers, restaurants, grocery shops, etc. Next comes push factors entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs are those who accepts entrepreneurial activities to overcome family difficulties. The family situation forces them to start a new venture or to develop the existing family business. Fourth type of women entrepreneurs are called self-employed entrepreneurs. Students, we know that women entrepreneurs are mostly undertake self-employment ventures. This type of women are from very poor family and start mini enterprise like bamboo making, broom making, candle making, tailoring firm, or providing tea and coffee to schools and offices are called self-employed entrepreneurs. Finally, rural entrepreneurs. This type of entrepreneurs are hailing from rural areas and select less risk trade like preparation of fruit juices, pickle making, puppet making, etc. Dear students, though women have lots of business skills in them, there is nobody to encourage and motivate them in entrepreneurship. As a result, they have to face many problems even before starting their enterprise and also while doing their business. Next, we will see the obstacles being faced by women entrepreneurs in India. Let us see the major problems. Foremost is lack of finance and problem of liquidity. The main problem faced by women and small entrepreneurs are inadequate finance and working like to take risk in spending money in ventures run by women. Moreover, banks also have negative attitude on women, thinking that they may not be able to repay the amount. Hence, the female entrepreneurs trust their personal savings and loans from their friends. Second is inadequacy of raw materials. Due to scarcity of raw materials and other necessary equipments, women entrepreneurs find it difficult to run a business. Third is family responsibilities. As far as women are concerned, managing family is more complicated than running a business. Hence, the women entrepreneurs cannot put their total involvement in the venture. Occupational backgrounds of the family members and literacy level of their husbands has a direct impact on the success of women entrepreneurs. Next problem is low literacy level. In India, more than 60% of women are illiterate. The family think that spending money for women education is a liability. Lack of education and experience leads further problem in starting a business. Fifth problem is low confidence to face risks. Usually, women lead a protected life by their family members. Since she is not economically independent, she may not have confidence to face the risks. This leads to failure in her venture. Next is lack of training. Without proper skill training in income generating activities or other business related activities, it is very difficult for women to start a business. Finally, lack of information regarding credit facilities. Women entrepreneurs are not aware of the information about the availability of credit facilities, subsidies and concessions available for women to start a business. Students, if the women entrepreneurs overcome all these problems, it is sure that they all will shine as successful entrepreneurs. We have some suggestive measures for the women entrepreneurs in order to face challenges in their respective trade. Better educational facilities should be provided to improve their overall personality standards. Creating awareness about various income generating activities suitable for women. Skill training to be imparted for women to understand the production and marketing management. Women entrepreneurship development training should be organized in order to provide opportunities for women to develop their personality. Organize training programs to develop competencies in production, marketing, leadership, business plan preparation, etc., encouraging more aspiring women entrepreneurship. Students, above all, women empowerment training is the most significant component of the program for entrepreneurship development among women. Do you know why? It shows her individual potential, makes to understand her skills, enables her to realize the obstacles and overcome them to reach her goal. Students, if you all want to become an entrepreneur, don't think that you can't compete with male entrepreneurs. This is wrong concept. If you have self-confidence and willpower, definitely you can excel male entrepreneurs. Now we will see the growth of women entrepreneurship in India after independence. Women has been receiving the attention of the government for their development. Since the first 5-year plan, the Planning Commission identified certain areas and pays special attention to women's development as education, social welfare, health. The first 5-year plan, that is from 1951 to 1956, emphasized that in order to fulfill women's dual role in the family and in the community, adequate service to be provided for their welfare, organized social service departments also needed to initiate comprehensive program of women and children. The second 5-year plan during 1956 to 61 emphasized the need for special attention to be given to rectify the problems of rural workers as they were less organized and suffered from certain social prejudices and physical disabilities. The plan emphasized that women should be safeguarded against hazardous and injurious nature of work, and they should receive maternity benefit, and also the need for launching measures to improve maternal and child health services, supplementary feeding, for children and expectant mothers. The main thrust of the third 5-year plan, that is 1961 to 65, was on the expansion of girls' education. Emphasis was given for expanding rural welfare services and condensed courses of education for adult women. The health programs for women were focused towards provision of service for maternal and child welfare, health education, nutrition, and family planning. The approach in the fourth 5-year plan, that is 1969 to 1974, continued to lay emphasis on women's education. The various efforts of government were concentrated towards provision of institutional services for destitute women. High priority was assigned to immunization of preschool children and supplementation of diet for children, expectant and nursing mothers. The fifth 5-year plan, 1974 to 79, gave priority to training women from low-income families, needy working women. A program for functional literacy to endow women with the necessary knowledge and skills to perform the functions of the housewife, including child care, nutrition and health care, was launched for the age group of 15 to 45 years. In addition to production cum training units, managerial and sales training were planned to be introduced to promote the marketability of foods produced in different units by women. The shift in the approach from welfare to development took place in the sixth 5-year plan, that is 1980 to 85. The plan adopted a multidisciplinary approach with a special thrust on the core sectors of health, education and employment. The seventh 5-year plan, 1985 to 1990, the developmental program continued with the major objective of raising the economic and social status and bring them into mainstream of development. A very important and crucial step in this direction was to identify and promote the beneficiary-oriented schemes in various development sectors that extended direct benefits to women. The eighth 5-year plan, 1992 to 97, with the human development as its focus, promised to ensure that the benefits of development from different sectors do not bypass women, implement special programs to complement the general development programs, and to monitor the flow of benefits to women from other development sectors and enable women to function as equal partners in development process. The ninth 5-year plan, 1997 to 2002, adopted the strategy of women's component plan, under which not less than 30% of funds benefits are earmarked in all the women related sectors for women specific programs. A review of the women's component plan during the ninth plan, 97-2002, has confirmed that nearly 42.9% of gross budgetary support in 15 central ministries, aggregating a total amount of rupees 51,943 crores, has been spent on women. In the departments such as family welfare, health, education, women and child, and Indian system of medicines and homeopathy, as high as 50% to 80% of the plan expenditure was incurred on women. The 10th 5-year plan, 2002 to 2007, has undertaken measures to strengthen women's component in plan programs. In order to address the developmental issues relating to women, a task force on women and children was constituted by the government in August 2000. Students, now hope you are all clear about the entrepreneurial growth in India, starting from first 5-year plan till 10th 5-year plan. Now let us see the various schemes implemented by the Government of India for the development of women. The Government of India has implemented various self-employment and wage employment programs for the development of women and children and are discussed below. Integrated Rural Development Program, that is IRDP. The Integrated Rural Development Program was started in 1980-81 in all blocks of the country and continued as a major self-employment scheme till March 31, 1999. IRDP has several allied programs aimed at the self-employment of the rural poor. Under this program, poor borrowers are encouraged to organize themselves into groups or give awareness training on importance of regular savings and credit discipline and are instilled with a sense of self-confidence. Training of rural youth for self-employment, TRISEM. One of IRDP's facilitating component is training of rural youth for self-employment, introduced in 1979, was aimed at providing basic technical and entrepreneurial skills to the rural poor in the age group of 18 to 35 years to take up income generating activities. Next, development of women and children in rural areas, DWACRA. DWACRA was directed to improving the living conditions of women and thereby children by offering opportunities for self-employment and access to basic social services. It sought to encourage collective work in the form of group activities that were known to better work and were more sustainable than the individual effort. Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarajkar Yojana, SGSY. SGSY was launched in April 1999 and is only self-employment program currently being implemented. It aims at promoting micro-enterprise and to bring the assisted poor families above the poverty line by organizing them into self-help groups through the process of social mobilization, training and capacity building and provision of income generating assets through a mix of bank credit and government subsidy. Jawahar Rojgar Yojana, JRY. This program was announced on 28 April 1989. The JRY is specially targeted to help people below the poverty line. Preference is to be given to SC/ST population and freed bonded laborers. At least 30% of the employment is to be provided to women under JRY. Works undertaken under JRY included social poverty, soil and water conservation work, minor irrigation work, construction of village tanks, construction of community sanitary latrines, construction of houses for SC/ST population, construction of community centers and construction of school buildings, etc. Next, National Rural Employment Program, NREP. The National Rural Employment Program was restricted and was introduced in October 1980. The NREP aimed to create community assets for strengthening rural infrastructure, which include drinking water wells, community irrigation wells, village tanks, minor irrigation works, rural road schools and Balwadi buildings. Next comes Employment Assurance Scheme, EAS. This is launched on 2nd October 1993. The Employment Assurance Scheme was initially in operation in 1772 backward blocks. The blocks were identified in drought-prone areas, deserts, tribal areas and hill region areas where the revamped public distribution system was in operation. Next, Sampurna Gramin Rojgar Yojana, SRGY. The Sampurna Gramin Rojgar Yojana was launched in September 2001. The schemes of Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana and Employment Assurance Scheme have been fully integrated with SRGY. The objective of the scheme is to provide additional wage employment along with food security, creation of durable community, social and economic assets and infrastructure development in the rural areas. The scheme envisages generation of 100 crore man days of employment in a year. Next, Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana PMGY. PMGY was launched in 2000-2001 in all the states and the union territories in order to achieve the objective of sustainable human development at the village level. The PMGY envisages allocation of additional assistance to the state and union territories for selected basic minimum services in order to focus on certain priority areas of the government. PMGY initially had 5 components, that is primary health, primary education, rural shelter, rural drinking water and nutrition. Rural electrification has been added as an additional component in 2001-2002. Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana PMGSY. The focus of the program is on providing road connectivity to unconnected habitation of stipulated population size. Connectivity is being provided to all panchayat headquarters and places of tourist interest under the PMGSY irrespective of the population size. Next comes Antyodaya Anna Yojana. The scheme was launched by the Prime Minister on 25th December 2001. Under the scheme, 1 crore poorest families out of the BPL families covered under the targeted public distribution system are identified. 25 kgs of food grains were made available to each eligible family at a highly subsidized rate of Rs 2 per kg for wheat and Rs 3 per kg for rice. Next, Annapurna. This scheme was launched on April 1st, 2000 as a 100% centrally sponsored scheme. It aims at providing food security to meet the requirement of eligible for pension under the National Old Age Pension Scheme are not getting the same. Students, apart from all these government programs, there are some training institutions involved in the development of women entrepreneurship at district, state and national level. First, we will see the district level training institutions. Number 1, District Industry Center, that is DIC. Number 2, District Rural Development Agency, that is DRDA. Followed by state level institutions are Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization of Tamil Nadu, ITCOT. Second, State Small Industries Corporation, SSIC. Third is Micro Small Medium Enterprise, MSME. Number 4, Small Industries Development Corporation, SIDCO. And finally, Small Industries Promotion Corporation of Tamil Nadu, SIPCOT. Under national level training institutions, Entrepreneurial Guidance Bureau, EGB, National Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs, NAYE, National Research Development Corporation of India, NRDCI, Center for Entrepreneurial Development, CED, Association of Women Entrepreneurs of Small Scale Industries, AWESSI, Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, EDII, Technical Consultancy Organizations, TCO, National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, NIESBUD, Small Industries Development Organization, SIDCO, Indian Investment Center, IIC, National Productivity Council, NPC, and Khadi and Village Industries Commission, KVIC. Students, there are some recommendations and suggestions for the development of women entrepreneurs. More number of aspiring women entrepreneurship should be encouraged to participate in government, trade fairs, exhibitions and conferences. The establishment of Entrepreneurship Development Cell should be increased in order to help women entrepreneurs for removing the constraints, simplifying the flow of information and creating access and credit, skill development and support services. Free training facilities should be given to all women entrepreneurs. A subsidy should be given in the products manufactured by women entrepreneurs. Women entrepreneurs should be encouraged to set up cooperatives and to mobilize resources for input and sale of products at nominal prices. Programs could be organized for the women students in higher education to provide necessary information about the schemes and opportunities available to them and thereby equip them to become future entrepreneurs. To conclude our session, women entrepreneurs in India still has a long way to go. As women form a considerable segment of the Indian population, their strength and energies can be utilized in the interest of the nation's economy. More women should be encouraged to take up entrepreneurship through special concessions and financial support. A proper psychological climate should be created for women to enter the business world in a large measure by widening their awareness and providing the necessary encouragement. It is high time that women energies are tapped and used for the economic development of the nation as a whole. Dear students, when one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened for us. Begin doing what you want to do now. We are not living in eternity. We have only this moment, sparkling like a star in our hand and melting like a snowflake.